Hello, it's Michael Kozak at the Healthy Vegan Lifestyle, and today I want to talk to you about Chaga mushrooms. This particular fungus, it's found over in New England, up in the northeast on birch trees, and you can see it looks like a piece of burnt wood. It looks like a piece of burnt wood. I'm going to put a lot of links on this blog post, but I wanted to make this video to show you this quality of this mushroom right here. Has wonderful immune support. It's loaded with antioxidants, and they've been using it in Russia as an anti-cancer a preventative, and also for people that have cancer, and just make tea with it and they drink it. We are not doctors here, we are not health professionals, but this particular thing is the rage in the health movement right now, and you can go to the health food store and buy a bottle of capsules, 60 capsules with chaga powder in it, and take it, and it's wonderful for you. Get a small bottle like that, and it's $40 to $60, and this is just my opinion. We have found some people over in up in Maine and Vermont who harvest this right off the birch trees, and I order it from them, and I get it like this. It's all broken up and ready to go, and I'm going to show you exactly how to prepare this. With a crock pot and some great spring water, and so we're going to show you how to do that right now. And the wonderful thing about this is I'm getting it from anywhere from $35 to $45 for a pound of this, and I'm going to break it up. We're going to put it in this crock pot, and we're going to make about about 4 quarts, which is a gallon of nice, beautiful, dark chaga tea. And along with that, you can use this once it's made. I'm going to show you how to do all this. These pieces here, and there's going to be smaller chunks and powder, all settles to the bottom after it's made, and it's nice, dark, earthy tea. And you can use these over 3 to 4 times. So I'll just put it back in a mason jar, put it in the fridge, and then when we run out in about a week, Linda has a cup of this every day. I like to cook with it, and I'm going to show you, well, I'm going to tell you about that. I've showed you in some other videos that instead of using nice spring water for our rice and grains and beans and things like that, I use chaga tea. So what I'll do is, instead of using 2 cups of water for to make some rice, I'll put 2 cups of chaga tea in there, and we infuse it right into our food. So this is just a wonderful way to embrace herbalism. It's a great start. In my opinion, they call this the king of herbs, and so we're going to show you how to break it up, put it in the crock pot, soak it, and we'll go from there. But this is really an important one. I just want you to understand that you can do this a lot cheaper, and really a great source up in Maine and Vermont, and getting it right off the trees. They ship it right to me. I found these guys on eBay, and it's just a great way to save a lot of money and really get some good nutrition inside you. Thanks. So the first thing I do is I'll fill up a mason jar, and you can see there's a lot of gaps, there's a lot of space in there, and that's just about what I'll use. This is the best measurement that I have for it. That's just about what I will use to fill up. This is a 4-quart crock pot. So we're going to put all this right in a bag, in a plastic bag, and I'm going to take it right outside, and I'm going to grab a hammer, and I'm going to bang it all up and turn it into smaller chunks. I'll put it in a double bag, so that it's very precious to me, you know, so I don't want to lose any of the powder that's going to be broken up in here. So I'm just going to take that right outside, bang it up with a hammer, and then we're going to put it in here and let it soak for about an hour. And you can cook it on high for a couple of hours, or you can put it on low and just let it sit there all day long if you would like. But like I said, this is a great, cheap way of getting a very expensive herb into your body without having to go to the store and buy the capsules or powders and things like that and put them in your smoothies, which is wonderful. I'm going to put all these links, all this information up on the web post so you can do your own research, but this video is really focusing on how to, once you get the chaga, put it in a crock pot, make it, and just infuse it into your body by just sipping it on tea. We also use it for smoothies. So all this tea will go in the refrigerator, so along with the cooking that I do, putting it in the rice and the quinoa and all things like that, the soup broth, it's just wonderful. I'll take a whole half gallon of this and just throw it right in a pan to start a soup broth, and I'll make a soup right out of chaga tea. So, and also Linda, when she makes, we have smoothies 3 mornings a week, she'll use the tea for our liquid in the smoothie. So we're just infusing this stuff into our body all the time. And those are just some quick ideas for you how to use this. In case you didn't like the taste, it doesn't have a bitter taste at all. It's very earthy. The first batch is always stronger, and they peed out after that. And then what we do with these after, we throw them in the garden. And let whatever's left with the rains and all that and the watering infuse the soil out in our garden. So we've got it right out here in the driveway, and I'm just going to take a hammer and break some of this up. Small chunks, big chunks, it doesn't really matter. I just like to break it up a little bit. And what you saw in the jar would have been fine if you don't have access to a hammer. And just take it out, and this is going to be great. Just broken up like that. I'm going to put it in the crock pot now with some nice spring water. We're going to let it sit there for about an hour. I'm going to turn it on low because I want to cook this all day long. And I'll show you what it looks like after it's all done. Thanks. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen. We've got this all crushed up, and this just goes right into the crock pot, just like that. I'll take a picture of this so you can see it, but that's what it looks like, just like that. And like I said, a measurement is 3/4 of a mason jar. Can you see that? This looks like burnt wood. I guess they actually use this for fire starters. Some of the Native Americans used to use this for fire starter also. So we're just going to fill this up with spring water, let it soak for about an hour, because the first time you have to soak it. When you use it the second time, you don't have to soak it. You just fill up the crock pot, put the chaga mushroom in, and then put it on, and you can cook it up in an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe on high, you know, or longer if you have it on low. But the first time you definitely want to soak it for about an hour and then turn it on, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright, so this chaga tea has been on low for, you can see the nice steam coming off all there, about 4 hours. And it's just absolutely amazing, the darkness and the thickness and the richness of this tea. And like I said earlier, we will use this tea to make all of our grains and rice. I've got a batch over here I'm going to show you in a minute. Long grain brown rice and wild rice mixed. I've already pulled off 5 cups of this chaga to put in that pan over there with the rice, and then I just filled it back up, left it on for another hour. I just want you to see what we do is we strain it through this because we're going to have a lot of the chunks and things like that. You'll see as I get to the bottom, we'll be picking up big chunks, little chunks. And I'll put those in a separate jar, just the pieces, and I'll put those in the refrigerator. And like I said, we'll use this chaga, the mushroom itself, 3 to 4 times. I just want you to see how dark this is. Might do a little spillage here, but look at that. Look at how dark. I can smell the earthy smell right here. This stuff is so good for the body. So I'll pour this off just like this, and I'll end up filling this half-gallon jug up. I'll let it sit on the counter for about an hour and cool off. Certainly at least this jug, this gallon jar, and another quart, and probably a pint is what usually comes out of this, because the chaga, the mushroom itself, takes up space. But like I said, I can give you the information. See, there's a piece of the chaga right there. It's all down at the bottom. To get this from these people in New Hampshire and Maine, you know, they're harvesting it themselves. Look at that. So I'll just put this right in this other jar, straining it off, and I'll use all that another time. So I just wanted to show you this right here. This is the chaga tea right here, and I've got 2 cups of rice in that, and that rice will just absorb this wonderful, wonderful tea. So that's the whole story around the chaga tea. I would really invite you to look into it and its benefits of having it in your body and drinking it as a tea and put it in your smoothies. 1 pound of chaga would make at least 5 or 6 gallons. So you're really, you know, for $25 or $45, whatever it is for a pound of this stuff, whatever they're selling it for. Here's what it looks like. We'll take some pictures of that and post it. really is the best way, cheapest way, and I believe you get the most benefit out of it when you get it like this, right off the tree, and you do it yourself like this. So thanks a lot for watching the Healthy Vegan Lifestyle. We really appreciate you coming and taking a look at us. HealthyVeganLifestyle.com. Thanks.